Stan. Larry Vineyard and I were talking this over, beforehand as we were coming up with this, and we realized that all the really good stories we can't tell. So, you were looking for that Reno 71, we're not telling that story yet, so that's not going to happen. I do have a story about a saxophone, but it wasn't that he put me on clarinet and then put me to saxophone. He had the good sense to take the saxophone out of my hands. I played bass drum in marching band, and it came time for concert season, and I was digging out the barrel, and he says, "Oh, no, I don't think that'll be necessary." So it was a good thing. There's so many things, as Craig, very eloquently said, the love of music, and I think for a lot of us, that sense of professionalism. Many of Larry's students have made a living and are still making money playing music today, and it's because of that sense of craft, that sense of professionalism that was instilled in us by Larry, and that's a gift that we can never really fully thank him enough for, and we try all the time, and we just always fall short. I wanted a little bit of history, I think, is in order, and this part gets left out occasionally. In 1970, the Corona Jazz Band came to put on an assembly at Hammett High School, led by Roger Rickson, our arch nemesis for many years after that. We had never heard this stuff before. This was a great band. Roger always had great bands. And so we're coming back across the campus after this assembly, all this great music ringing in our heads, and walking with Larry back to the band room, because we pretty much lived in the band room. We said, "We have to do this, Larry. We got to play this music. We got to do this stuff. We got to start a band. We got to do a jazz band. We got to do this." Larry says, "Let me, if you really want to, let me see what I can do." So he came back the next day and says, "All right, we can do it. It has to be a club this year, and we have to meet before school. So if you want to play, you got to meet before school. We got to play every day. If we're good enough, we can be a class next year." The Hammett High School Jazz Band was born. And people forget, that's where it started. And that group of us came to be the 71 band, and we won some stuff, which Reno, I think we got second in Reno, and 72 band, we won some more stuff, and then, the great bands that have come since. It started right here with Larry Mattox, and the town needs to thank you for that. It's a great tradition. So thanks, Larry.